Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are, or whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm live in the pipe 5x5. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are. I'm going to be doing this video live, actually, and we're going to be talking about, Bitcoin, blueprint for Bitcoin, actually, where I'm going to be doing a webinar class, right, which is going to be more than just any other webinar where, everybody's like, oh yeah, those webinars are just sales. But no, you know what? I'm going to show you guys some valuable things you can learn to do right today and make money in Bitcoin, priced in Bitcoin. When of course not today, but during the webinar. So basically, if you're interested in doing that, if you're interested in learning how to hodl Bitcoin for the long term, like I have, if you're interested in learning how to why you should hold Bitcoin forever and not ever sell it, that doesn't make any sense for most people. It's like, I don't understand, right? It's not too late to invest in Bitcoin. By the way, it's still super early, right? For two reasons. One, only 3% of the population own Bitcoin, and only 1.15% actually have custody of their Bitcoin. The rest of them, their Bitcoins can be taken by government and say, hey, here's the cash. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for helping out your government, your local government with their Bitcoin, with Bitcoin, because you know what? Now there's money, we need that kind of thing, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like we're going to steal it. No, governments are never going to steal from you, especially when they have a printing press. They can always buy it from you, right? They might force buy it from you, but they still pay you for it, which is still legal. What? You mean they're paid for with valueless dollar? But that's part of the law, right? Only the dollar is legal tender. Or whatever currency you're in, euros and AED, whatever. It is what it is. So if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Just so you know, period. And I'm tired of hearing those people who say, well, I can't hold my Bitcoin because I don't know how. Okay, fine. That's fine. Right? There was a time, right, when during just before World War II, there was a lot of people telling Jews to get out, right, before Hitler comes to power, or before he starts doing whatever nastiness he's about to do, right? And guess what? They didn't believe him. Most Jews stuck around, didn't believe it, right? Even though there was plenty of evidence, right? And there was plenty of evidence what was about to go down, right? Plenty. Now, let's fast forward to today, right? We have the pandemic, which killed a lot of people, which is government sponsored, right? And just so you know, Fauci was pardoned from that, right? Even though he created the virus, right? And he was caught completely red-handed, okay? There is plenty of evidence, if you want to look at it, that 9/11 was an inside job, right? If you don't believe it, that's fine. I'm not here to persuade you about the truth, right? Whatever you want to do is whatever you want to do. Right? I'm presenting the evidence, and you could decide, hey, yeah, Da Vinci, that kind of makes sense, or no, it doesn't make sense. And that's fine. I'm okay with it, right? I'm just going to do what I know what to do, right? Based on all the evidence, and all the evidence points to, right? We've seen that there's plenty of evidence that both the government, banks, and corporations have suppressed the price of silver. They got caught, went to jail. And yet you still want to trust these same people, right, with your regulated assets? You still want to do that? You want to go, well, it's regulated, so I know I'll get my money. Of course you will. Of course you'll get your money. Dollars, AED, euros, of course you will. Because there's plenty of that. Plenty. Right? That's the problem. That's the problem you're not understanding. Well, I need dollars or I need euros to pay my bill. Yeah, sure you do. Sure you do. You do need those things to pay your bills. But you also need it for savings, right? And you're probably saving in dollars and you could say, well, I don't have any Bitcoin. I have stocks, right? And I have very little Bitcoin. Okay. Right. I mean, if you read the book, because the book is clear on this, it's called The Great Taking. You take a look at that book, you read that book, and you will learn that everything's set up so that you get nothing except dollars. Everything. Someone on the other side actually owns your stocks and not you, in the event that there's a catastrophic occurrence in the currency. It is what it is. So this is why, right, you need to come to the webinar, join.dj15.com, and learn how to hold your Bitcoin, how to DCA into Bitcoin, how to make sure you don't get scammed from the scammers out there, the Bitcoin scammers that are out there, how to prevent yourself from losses, right? So one of the things I want you guys to start doing right now and practicing is with everybody that you care about, that you don't want to get scammed and you're close with, I want you to create a word. And here's why. This is very important. Create a special word that if you don't say it, they're not supposed to give you any money, right? And if you say, well, hey, no one's supposed to give me any money, then that's fine. You tell every single one of your friends, if you come to them asking for money, right? This is what I do for you guys. If I come to you asking for money or asking for give me your money to invest. No, that's not me. I'm not here to teach you how to. I'm here to teach you how to invest. I'm not actually going to take your money and invest. Okay. If you want to listen to me, whatever, it's okay. If you don't, that's fine too, right? And I'm not sharing my net worth, by the way. This guy asked if I'm not sharing my net worth. Thank you. But yeah, I'm here to actually educate. Okay. All right. So once again, right? It's not too late to invest in Bitcoin. In fact, I make it easier for you to invest in Bitcoin with TSATs. If you head over to satoshi15.com, you can actually invest in TSATs and actually, what's it called? Buy small amounts of money, right? Like $10 or something like that. That's what it's designed for. It's not for somebody who has, I noticed there's a few people who have like almost a Bitcoin worth in TSATs, which they really shouldn't do that. I mean, they can, it's not going to hurt. It's just that, right? They're still taking they're still taking a risk of technology risk. It's low, of course, because it's been tested and there hasn't been any issues, but it's still like an additional risk, right? And why not, since you have so much Bitcoin, transfer it to Bitcoin, right? And just saying, right? Not saying that there will be anything that will go wrong with TSATs. The likelihood of that is extremely low enough to take it's just as low as Bitcoin as a risk to take. So it's right along there. So, but there's still an additional risk on top of that, right? That's all. Is it huge? No, it's not. No, it's not. It is very safe in the sense of if you compare it to the risk of storing your Bitcoin on an exchange, the difference is chasm wide. So of risk, right? So there's so you have way more risk on an exchange, holding Bitcoin on an exchange, than if you were to hold it with TSAT, if you were to measure the levels of risk. All right. Well, hey, Mr. Loris Bayo. Hi, nice to see you again. It's been a while. Hopefully we can see each other maybe in the school, right? If you want to join the webinar, maybe you can join the school. Okay. Because money. Okay, let's see here. Bitcoin is created because digital money was created to become digital money, but now it's more like a commodity that people buy and hold. Isn't it better to use Bitcoin like a USD, Euro? Will this change? Yes, it is better to use it as the USD or Euro, but the way the network works, although he created that at first, and he had a different vision where he would expand the blockchain and so forth. I think the new vision where it's actually core capital, right, that you hold, right? So imagine, for example, let's make it clearly like bond. Do any of you guys really hold a bond? No, you don't. But this is what it effectively is as big as a bond, right? It's value stored, massive value stored in smaller numbers, right? And so companies always use bonds, right? I mean, that's what Apple is holding, bonds. Even though they say, "Oh, we've got a lot of cash on the balance sheet," they don't actually hold cash; they hold bonds. And so with Bitcoin, you could hold cash, actual cash, right? And the reason why it's actual cash, even though the Bitcoin may not be ultimately directly usable on a day-to-day basis, although it can be, will you probably use a secondary system, right? So for example, you might be able to buy like high expensive assets like houses and cars and so forth with Bitcoins in the future, but you probably won't go and buy a latte for that. There will probably be other systems available for purchasing smaller items for Bitcoin, right? And actually, I'm thinking about working on something like that, right? I haven't done anything yet, but maybe nothing. But anyways, let's see here. Yeah, my laugh is scary. I'm sorry. Sorry for scaring the bejesus out of you. You learned so much. Thank you. Okay, I'm glad that you were learning so much and I appreciate you. Thank you guys. Yeah, please, people, don't get scammed, right? There's a lot of scams out there, especially now. It's getting easier. I mean, when you take a look at what AI can do, right? It's basically the Indians, and I'm sorry for calling you out as the scammers, that country over there, but a lot of Indians try to call Americans to scam them out of their money. And, it is, a stereotype, I know, but hey, you know what? There's a stereotype with black people, and there's a stereotype with white people, there's a stereotype with Chinese people, there's a stereotype with Japanese people. It is what it is, okay? So let it go. So, so with that said, right? It is a nuclear bomb of scary things, right? So do not believe anyone who calls you and they look, oh yeah, that looks like him. Should I give? No, don't give money. Nope. And if you are going to purchase anything, right, from that person, use a credit card. Why? Because then you can reverse the transaction. Okay? That's the key thing. That's why credit cards are going to be here forever, right? Because we're never going to, and that means possibly fiat might be here forever as well. It is what it is, right? But with the credit card system, you can ensure that any kind of fraud can be reversed. So once again, my webinar, guys, so to avoid people being scammed, will be on, what's it called? On Sunday, on the 18th at 9 p.m. Dubai time. That's, I believe, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm wondering about that. Need to check that that logic there. Let's see here. The timing on that, because now I'm not too sure if that timing is accurate. Let's see here. Let me just go into Google. 9 a.m. 9 p.m. Dubai to Eastern Standard Time is. Oh, come on. That's not right. Is it 10 a.m.? Or 9 p.m. Dubai is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See, they're giving me all kinds of different times, and I don't have like a clear. And it's giving me 10 different times. Like, what the hell is that? Is there not one truth on Google? Oh boy. Dubai 12. Yeah, because you know how with the standard, oh my goodness. Oh, so 12 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to have to change that information in the description, but yes, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we're going to start the webinar. So make sure you're there. Lots of information to be had. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna change cameras and see if I can. Hopefully, it's going to work. Camera B. All right, guys. So once again, I want to go over all the things you will be getting in the webinar. Right. I'll still be able to see you guys in the what's it called, the chat. So hello. And you're going to learn like 3 rules that stop you from, getting shaken out. A lot of people, sell at the worst time, right? It just is. That's why. Why do you think prices go down? Why? Is it because, the speculators? No. Right? It's not just the speculators. It's mostly the average person who becomes part of the speculators, right? The people who know how to trade, who do this for a living, don't call them speculators because they're the ones moving the price down. And why do they move the price down? Because they know they can get more at a lower price. They're confident in that. Why? Because they know people will hit the sell button, right? And they'll be able to scoop it up at a lower price. Scoop up a lot more at a lower price. Because money doesn't matter to them, even if they're wrong, which they're not, right? They can print as much as they want. So, doesn't matter, right? And you might say, well, if they can print as much as they want, what do they want with Bitcoin? Ooh. Well, you understand, right, that if they can print as much as they want, they understand also one other thing. It has no value. Only real things do. And so they can't just, I'll print up a bunch of money and just keep buying. No, because then that would end the scam now, wouldn't it? Right? Can't have that. So this is why they can buy and sell with impunity. And should they fail, they have the government to go, well, see that Bitcoin over there that guy, legitimately won from me? It's actually mine. Damn. Can you just give him some dollars? Hook him up. Okay. So we're gonna be teaching you how to avoid getting scammed that way as well. We also need to teach you about DCA, which is dollar cost average, and then get you to actually follow some set of rules, have a set of checklists, things that you can do on a daily basis to make sure, or even weekly or monthly basis, to make sure that you're actually in Bitcoin. I think we should start daily and then move to monthly, because you've gotten yourself into a routine that you must do. Just like I must wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm in that routine. I'm locked in and I don't stop, right? Yes, there are days where I fail. Yes. But I'm always pushing through. I'm always getting up and going. And if you join me, right, of course, in the blueprint for Bitcoin, I'll help you get there as well, of course, right? And so that's another thing you are going to learn, right, in the webinar, basically. So make sure you join the webinar because I'm going to be explaining how to stay consistent with your DCA. Why holding forever is a strategy, not a meme. Not like Michael Saylor is not doing this, saying this, and lying to you, right? I know you can't comprehend that because all you think about is if I had $1 million, right? I'd be rich. No. If you had $1 million, just like I did one time, you will spend it. And then you won't have $1 million now, will you? You can say, well, I got assets. Yeah, well, a house is not an asset, okay? And you can say, well, I could buy, income producing property. Yes, you could do that. You could do that, but you're probably not going to. And you'll learn the realities of that is less than what you think. You're actually losing money on those properties. You're losing wealth on the income from the properties. All that is happening at the same time that you're like thinking, well, I got property that earns me money. No, you don't. You have a depreciating assets and depreciating revenue. That's what you've got. Right? So, it's a scary world, man. A lot of people think they've got good incomes, but no, we're going to talk about that in the webinar. Okay. And what will you do? How will you extract value from that forever Bitcoin if it's just sitting there? We're going to talk about how that's done as well. Most of you already know the answer. It's not that complicated. Okay. Alrighty. That was number 4, how to extract value from your Bitcoin you control and never lose control of it, right? How to earn Bitcoin with low to no risk, right? Of course, this is not some sort of casino gambling thing, right? This is like, it is basically just, once you understand it, it's just basically just storing your Bitcoin with a system that can't really be broken, right? You're taking only technology risk. And of course, yes, it won't last forever. It's just your income will diminish as more and more people join in and realize, wait, I can do this. The risk is low enough. No one's going to take my Bitcoin. And I still gain more Bitcoin? Duh, I'll do that. So what will happen is as more and more people get into it, less and less people will make a lot of yield. That's just the way it is. You can't make yield forever and increasing yield forever or even fixed yield forever. It just won't work. Why? Well, because you can't own everything, right? So if you were to store it there forever, let's just say the system, because it will work forever, what will happen is you can't own all the Bitcoins because it wouldn't work, right? Then it'd become useless, right? So that's why. And people would stop the system from the method of earning one way or another. So you have to accept that. But at least you won't lose all your wealth, right? Okay. Yeah. So another thing is security fundamentals. Yeah, you must do before any bull market gets stupid, right? So basically, you want to protect and preserve your value. How to avoid being, defrauded from your phone, protecting your phone, placing 2FA and so forth, and basically using hardware wallets and backing up a recovery plan, right? And inheritance planning for your bloodline security. If you die tomorrow, does your family get the BTC? Or basically not get, but gets the system that ensures they have that Bitcoin forever. And they have a process in place that allows them to capitalize on those Bitcoins sitting there. Okay. So the network advantage, of course, I'm going to be talking about how to grow your Bitcoin network, because your net worth is your network, right? If you don't have a network of people who are helping you out, bringing you up, building you up, and pushing you forward, that's not going to help. You're not going to grow, right? It is an environment. A lot of people come to Dubai and realize, wait a second, this environment is such is a major thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yes. And I'm creating an environment exactly like that, digital environment. So you'll get an opportunity to be a part of that environment if you choose to. What the webinar will give you, right, is basically, a full system, not actual hype or anything like that. Checklists to implement a plan and rules for DCA and security, stacking, and growing, and a step-by-step setup so it can be automatic. That's the key thing. Okay. So I'm going to switch cameras here. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So with that said, right, let's see here. Is there any questions? Oh, it's getting late, so I have to get going actually. Alrighty. Yes, there will be a notification of when it starts. You just sign up, right, and we'll email you the notification just before it starts. So check your email, set it to notify you. My advice is worth listening to. Okay. I agree that networking is a big thing to help people grow. Yeah, exactly. And so joining the network, I'm part of your network actually, because you have direct contact with me, not through support staff, right? When you join as a VIP member, and only VIP members will have access directly to me. I haven't there is a premium member, but those premium members will drop off, and only VIP members will have access to me. You will be a VIP member for a long time. We'll always give you access, especially since if you're an early adopter, and and you support and basically be a part of the group for a long time. You'll have access to VIP access, which is direct access to me and to if you need to, my friends as well. So if I feel that they're your idea or something like that, I can bring it to my friends or something like that, I will. Right? Well, I mean, Pepe is dead in the water. I mean, but I'm still supporting waffles. Can you please the cost of the seminar once in a while? Because it's confused with all the scanners that contacted me, pretending it was you. Okay. The scammers. There's a lot of scammers pretending. Yeah, I know exactly. This is why. I mean, this webinar, right? If you want to have direct contact with me, Mr. Doris Bay, I think this webinar, if you join it and, it's on my channel, of course, and then you participate if you join you'll get an access to join the group, right? Right now, if you want, there is, for a limited time, I'm probably closing it off tomorrow, actually. If you want to join for free, right? You could join the school program only for 7 days for free, and you can message me directly anytime, and then you only have access to what's it called, the community section and stuff like that. No videos or anything like that, but you do have access to talk directly to me for a short amount of time, for 7 days access, if you guys are interested in that. Alrighty. Let's see if you can find out where the school is, right? So that's it. I've showed you guys so many times anyways. Alrighty, I'm got to go. I have plans right now, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. My editors will cut this and edit and upload this again for the the people who don't watch live streams, because a lot of people just don't like the live streams for some reason. All right. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.